Hey everyone, it's Jennifer from stampwithjennifer.blogspot.com, and this is a quick tip video. So I want to show you how I glue down pieces of cardstock that are very small. Okay, so first of all, I have laid out this card here. This is an insert that I'm making for a Project Life page, and everything is attached except for the letters. But what I like to do when I am gluing down, especially alphabets, is lay them out how I want them to appear on my page and then pick them up one by one and attach adhesive. So normally when you attach adhesive with your tape runner to something skinny like this, when you run your tape runner on it, adhesive gets all over your scratch paper, which then can ruin future projects, and we all hate that. So the first solution to that is Stampin' Up's Silicone Craft Sheet, which is this. You can see mine's nice and dirty. It's had glue attached to it and all kinds of stuff. But the beauty of it is nothing sticks to this. The glue on here will peel off, or we can just go to the sink and wash it off, but it's not permanently stuck on there, including hot glue. This is great for hot glue. But what you can do is place your skinny pieces of cardstock on the silicone craft sheet, and you don't want to just run your adhesive across it, because in the holes the adhesive will stick from here to here and you'll have to clean that up. So just place small amounts of adhesive, and you don't have to cover the whole thing, and then place it on your project. And what I also like to do when I do this technique is not press really hard, because I may want to adjust the position of the letters later. So then I'll do the U. So as you can see, I'm not covering the entire image. And I'm going to do one more, and I want to actually on purpose make a little bit of adhesive go in the areas where it shouldn't go, which is on this one, between this part and this part of the G. And then what I'm going to show you is how to clean that up. So when you use the technique with your tape runner, which of course I love Stampin' Up Snail Adhesive, and the silicone craft sheet, you can use our adhesive remover, and you literally just erase away any excess adhesive, and you just work it in one direction until it basically makes all of that adhesive ball up into little balls of adhesive, which you can take off of your adhesive remover and throw away. So this thing will last you forever. I've had one since I became a demonstrator in 2001, and I still use that one. And anyway, you can just clean up clean up tape runner with that. Of course, I moved my letters here. And then when you die cut images with your Big Shot, little pieces of cardstock can flake off, and we just clean those as we go. That's no big deal. Okay, so for these last three letters, I'm going to use FineTip Glue. That's my other, so these are my two favorites, but my personal preference is the silicone sheet and the tape runner, because it's faster for me. But this is 100% personal preference. So second option is FineTip Glue. You unscrew the cap, the white cap, and that's where the applicator is, which is this little silver applicator. It's tiny, so fine tip. And what you don't want to do with FineTip Glue is drench your cardstock with FineTip Glue, because it will ooze out. So the best way, and I like to hold it like this, is to place little dots along the image, not covering the whole thing and spacing them out, so you don't have to cover everything. And the dots are small enough that when I place this down on my project, they're not going to ooze out the sides. And this goes for any size image you're trying to attach, and then hold it down for several seconds. It goes for any size image, so if it's a huge, for example, flower that you've die cut out, you would just dot the glue around in certain spots, and you can kind of tell where, if I put it here, here, and here, that's going to hold that whole side down. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to cover every single inch. With FineTip Glue, you do want to make sure that you hold it down after you place it on your project, and the amount of time is normally seconds, but what I base it on is when I lift up my hand, does any of the image pop back up? Because if it does, it's not going to glue. The glue will dry with it popped up and you won't have a permanent bond there. So make sure you hold it down. And then finally, I don't like to use my silicone craft sheet with the FineTip glue because it gets glue all over it, as you can see, and this glue is dry. However, when you're working, it's still going to be wet, so I may have placed my U on here and gotten some FineTip glue on the silicone craft sheet, no big deal. But then when I place my S down, if I put it in that wet glue, you can see what happens. That's why I only like to use this with tape runner or hot glue, because that's a totally different situation. You pull the hot glue back off. Okay, so as you can see, my letters are placed or stuck down on there now, and I'll just attach this to the Melon Mambo cardstock. So those are my tips for using adhesive to place down your fine images with Stampin' Up. The stamp set I used is called Papa Paradise, and this is an insert, like I said, we're making for a Project Life page. So it's 4 by 6 inches total, the Melon Mambo is, and it's for the month of August, obviously. So there's my hello, and on these pages I'll be using other stamps. But I did want to point out, this video is being made in July of 2016, and this set of dies is retired. We don't carry that set anymore. We have a nice new big one. But when I started this group of customers were making Project Life pages, we started out our album with this set of dies before it retired, and we're going to continue using it until December. So that's why we have a retired set of dies here, but everything else is a current Stampin' Up! Product. So I hope to see you again at stampwithjennifer.blogspot.com. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.